Good evening, traders and investors. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Market Forecast and Investment. As promised, I will be tackling the basics of Elliot wave theory about market makers, market manipulations, inducements, and mitigations. We will all tackle that one by one. So let's go directly hot on start. But before we start, um, I know you're familiar already with these structures. I just have to show you something very interesting. So this is a daily chart, and what happens is if I slide to the right, we are actually seeing the chart of Converge Information and Communications Technology Solutions, or in short, Converge. So this is a bonus chart for you. I have shown you this on some of my posts in Instagrams and my group in Market um, Waiting Shade. So feel free to join the group. It's all free. All my analysis are all posted there. And to continue viewing some of the new uploads, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for you to receive new videos and tutorials, just tap on this notification bell so that you will not miss of any of our new uploads. And who knows, our one of our forecasts will get hit, and our entries will be hit on the near weeks or in near futures. So let's go back. Enough of that. So here, so this is the very basic structures of a market. One wave is going up, the other wave tends to correct this first wave. So this is we now call this as motive phase, and this area we call it a corrective phase. So a motive phase is composed of, so let me hit this first for you for a more clear illustration. So on the motive phase, it's composed of three impulses. So this one, wave one. So for a clearer overview, let's make it a little bit bigger. So this is the first impulse. This is our first impulse. First impulse spotted. And for a good illustration, so this is a first impulse, and we have this good third impulse. So we label it as the wave 3, and for a nice illustration, this is the third impulse. Again, spotted. And finally, we have the last impulse. So this is the last impulse, our fifth wave. Fifth impulse. Last but not the least. Actually, it's a joke for me, yeah. So this is the fifth impulse. Why do you have to stress this area? Because every motive phase or a one big move, which is this one, this is our first major wave. So this is the motive phase all in all, but inside this motive phase, this big wave, inside this one big wave, so this one, inside this wave 1 is actually a series of waves before it reach its completion. So it composes of 3 impulses, and don't forget we have also two waves which are directed in the opposite of this motive phase. So this is our second wave. We label this as red. And this is our fourth wave. So this is our first multi-phase explained, and two waves which are directed to the opposite of the wave of this major wave. So all in all, if we are going to actually view on the larger perspective, this is actually a one complete wave, and after its completion it will be corrected. So as you can see, once the wave 1 is completed, another wave has been formed, which is the wave 2 correction, and then the cycle goes on and on and on. So that's it. So this wave, series of waves, is actually just a part of the one major wave, and then this three waves here down right here is just part of the wave 2. We zone it as red, as this is our corrective phase. Sorry, this is our corrective phase. So what is the difference between the motive phase and the corrective phase? Corrective phase, while motive phase is composed of 5 waves, corrective phase is just, it actually is a weaker phase compared to other motive phase. So it only composed of 3 waves. And again, I will explain to you, one wave is directed to the same direction of the corrective phase. So we color this as a wave. So this wave, since it is directed to the major downtrend or major corrective phase, so even though it's directed downward, this is actually a wave A, which is an impulsive wave. This is, okay, we say impulsive wave A. Alright, so if we say actually an impulse, it doesn't mean actually that it's going up. So here I explain to you that the impulse is actually a wave structure or wave direction that is directed to the main trend. So since our main trend here is directed downwards, so basically this first wave coincides with the direction of the corrective phase. So this is our impulsive wave A. And again, there is another wave that is directed same down. So this is our wave C. So we color it at the same, and we label as impulsive wave C. So here, and what is left, what wave is left is the wave B. So if you are confused of our labeling, actually every number or letters that is on the end point of the line, so that is the name of the wave. For example, this is from the start, the origin. So after the wave 1 is completed, that's the time that it's completed. It's a wave 1. So once the price have corrected and it's completed, prior going up, our wave 2 has already been completed, and then it's going up. Our wave 3 is the longest wave and all the other waves, and it cannot be the shortest. So that is one of the rules of the Elliot wave theory. Always the wave 3 should not or cannot be the shortest among the 3. Wave 1 can be the longest, or wave 5 can be the longest, but our wave 3 should not be the shortest. So let me dig into that more so that each of our viewers can understand. So I will show you an example like this. So we have a wave like this, and we have a wave like this, wave like this, wave like this, and wave like this. So if we are going to measure from this price up to this price, that's around 300% price increase, while our next impulse we only have 74%, but on our last impulse we only have 27%. So since we are already aware that a motive phase is composed of 5 waves, so we now start to label from this origin: 0, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. And as you can see, this is a valid Elliot wave count. Why? Why did I say so? our wave 3 is not the shortest of all these three wave impulses. So, if you are to ask, our wave 3 is not the longest. Yes, that's true. Our wave 3 is not the longest, but our wave 1 is. So, it implies that the wave 3 can not be the longest among the three impulses. But, there's a but. Our wave 3 or 3 or 3, yes, cannot be the shortest. So, as we go along, we can determine, we can assess our labeling if our guidelines is followed and our rules is strictly followed. So, enough of that. We will continue first with our corrective phase on the where we left. Okay, so here we have the last wave now is our wave B. So what is in wave B? Wave B is actually directed to the opposite, right? So our wave B is directed to the opposite of this corrective phase. So we label this as a corrective wave B. So this is red for a better illustration. So here, our first illustration, our basic of the Elliot wave theory, the waves is explained. Hope you have learned something, and every day, if we are to practice this on our charts, we can actually learn it slowly, and then later on make a good analysis using the Elliot wave theory. So, if you have questions, just comment down below, and or if you have anything that you have to suggest for the next content, please comment down below, so I will be motivated to create more contents to share with you guys. So, for the next videos and tutorials, I will be tackling about what are the different structures that our corrective phase is actually making. If it's a wave B, it's a wave 4, if it's a wave 2, what are the different structures that is actually forming? And if our waves are impulses, and what are different techniques and guidelines that the trend is in an uptrend. So, what is the difference? Why there are some corrective phase which are forming like this? For example, bang, bang, bang. Okay, this one. So this is an insight of how will our corrective structures it will be forming. So this is just a sample of the structure that will be forming, and hope you guys like my video, and please continue to share and learn and enjoy investing and trading while we analyze some of the charts of Philippine stock listed companies. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.